refresh.
Maybe.
I think we're live now. Hi guys. I think
There's
we've...
nobody there yet.
Oh, right here. It's coming up live now. Watch live video.
Yeah?
I got you.
Yeah. All right. So, Becca, can you move it so that you're more in the...
Come this way.
Yeah. All right. So we are...
Perfect.
Oh. Yeah, sorry for the technical difficulties. So we're gonna...
There's a lag.
Hi, everyone.
I'm gonna just go
Grab it.
and record you.
Huh?
And record you.
Oh, okay. All right. So, wait. So we're not doing this live today?
Well, we are. She's just gonna hold it. She's gonna be the camera angle.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Sorry for the confusion there. So, hi, I'm Dr. Noemi Adame. I am here with my amazing team, Nurse Becca Morales and Josh. We are here to very quickly show you guys how to do a high protein smoothie. Now, smoothies are a really great way to get a lot of foods that maybe kids don't typically like into to get them to consume them, because you can hide a lot of things that maybe they might not be very excited about onto well, in this case, you can either do it as if you make it a little thicker, you can have it as a smoothie bowl, or if you make it a little bit thinner, more liquidy, as a drink. So if you look at the discussion of this event, I have a smoothie builder graphic. So you can use that as your guide to make a smoothie for yourself or for your child. This is for kids of all ages. So I usually start off with some sort of green, right? And I use spinach. This is spinach from Hole in the Woods Farm, from the Color Farmers Market. And I love their spinach because it tastes really good, it's locally grown, and they do not spray. So there's no pesticides or any toxic chemicals that go onto your greens. A lot of greens are pretty heavily sprayed. So that's why I like to get my greens from Hole in the Woods Farm over at Color Farmers Market. And then I always like to add some sort of vegetable. And in this case, I have carrots. I just happen to have some carrots, so I'm gonna add some carrots. Carrots are great because they have a lot of fiber, vitamin C and vitamin A. And of course, to sweeten it naturally, blueberries. Okay, so here are some blueberries.
Carrot will make it sweet too.
Yeah. Carrots are sweet too. Yeah. So we're gonna put some blueberries.
Maddie's there.
Yeah, hi Maddie. Yeah, we're gonna put some blueberries in there. So
they can be frozen or fresh.
Right, they can be frozen. These are frozen. Yeah, because I usually go grocery shopping early in the week, and so I wasn't sure if I bought blueberries that early that they'd stick. So yeah, these are some frozen blueberries. Now you also want to add some sort of protein, and one easy way to get protein into your smoothie, and really you can get protein onto pretty much anything, with seeds. I have 3 types of seeds in here. This, the little white ones that look kind of sort of like chopped up rice, those are hemp seeds. And then these little brown ones that look like little bugs, those right there, those are flax seeds. And the little tiny black ones, those are chia seeds. Now, seeds are amazing because they have magnesium, they have omegas, all 3 of them have protein. Now, this is the difference. Hemp seeds have the most amount of protein. 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds give you like 20 grams of fiber. I am not kidding. They're just a protein powerhouse. And they also have omegas, and they also have magnesium, and they also have like iron and all these other nutrients. What hemp seeds don't have, however, they do not have fiber. But our other friends, the flaxseed and the chia seeds, those have protein, those have fiber, those also have your omegas, they also have iron and all these other goodies. So all seeds are very nutrient dense. Seeds are all amazing. They all have protein, But when it comes to fiber, only chia seeds and flax seeds have fiber. Protein, the hemp seeds don't have a lot of fiber in them. However, hemp seeds are your most are your most protein dense. But yeah, this we're gonna add this seed blend onto, and this is also gonna make it a little thicker. So we're gonna add that to our smoothie. And then the other thing that we're also gonna add is peanut butter. Obviously, if you're allergic to peanuts or allergic to nuts, this is not something that you wanna add. You wanna do something else, some other type of seed that you're not allergic to. I love peanut butter because it's cheap and it's great and it has a lot of protein. So 3 tablespoons of peanut butter have 12 grams of protein. However, the peanut butter has to be natural peanut butter. I get my peanut butter from Harvest Moon. Literally the only ingredient is peanuts. No salt, no oil, no added sugars, nothing. The only ingredient in this peanut butter is peanuts. And so though that type of natural peanut butter has a 4 grams of protein per tablespoon. So this is 3 tablespoons. 3 tablespoons is about 12 grams. So it is a nutritional powerhouse, but it has to be natural peanut butter. Most peanut butter that you have like at the grocery store, I'm not going to name any brands because I'm not going to give them any free advertising. And they have added sugars, they have added oils, they have all these other ingredients that anytime they add something, it decreases the protein density of the peanut butter. So you really want to use natural peanut butter that the only ingredient is peanuts. So let me just grab a spoon real quick so that I can put the peanut butter in there. Does anybody have any questions? Josh, Becca, if anybody has questions or if you see any questions on the line, just let me know and I'm happy to answer any of your questions about, I'm gonna take a little lick here.
No questions.
No questions yet. All right. So we already added protein. We've already added our chia seeds and our flaxseed for fiber. Now we want to add some sort of sweetener. I love dates. Like literally, I can just eat them. These are pitted already. They don't have the pit inside. So dates are a very nice natural sweetener. Oh, I left a little blueberry in there. And the other thing I was gonna add, I forgot. I'm gonna add a little cutie. Vitamin C powerhouse right there and fiber. Not a lot of protein with fruit, but they have other nutrients that are also important.
Oh, we got a question.
Okay, what's the question?
What's your best suggestion on how to prep these so that way I can grab and go throughout the week in the morning for my kiddos?
So I recommend batch cooking a good, let's say that you want an 8-ounce serving, make 30, 40 ounces and then freeze it. And then in the morning, just refresh it with a little, like using either one of those little bullets or a food processor or a little Vitamix. But I am a huge fan of batch cooking. Yeah. What? Yeah. Okay, so yeah, batch cooking is your friend. Always batch cook. So
do you freeze them or would you store them in the fridge?
I would freeze them. Yeah, I would freeze them just because you just don't want it to go bad. And then you can just defrost it overnight in the refrigerator. So cinnamon is another nice little sweetener. As you can see, I don't measure, I just kind of pour. And the other little sweetener that is good to add is just a little bit of vanilla beans. I get these over at Harvest Moon. Okay. And then the last thing as a sweetener is maple syrup. This is Indiana maple syrup, also from Harvest Moon. So it gives you, you want to do a little sweetness in there. So yeah, let's add a little maple syrup. All right, I'm gonna lick that because it's so good. Okay, and then you want to add some sort of liquid. The liquid that gives you the most nutritional density is pea protein milk. Okay, so just to give you an example, pea protein milk, 1 cup.
Can I show them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We used Ripple. I'll go ahead and say the brand that we use. We got it at Kroger. So we are not sponsored by Ripple. We are not affiliated with Ripple. However, Ripple, if you do want to sponsor us, we'd be more than happy to have a discussion.
Thanks, Josh.
Yeah, but Ripple milk and it has to be unsweetened, to give you the most nutritional density. So Ripple milk, 1 cup of Ripple pea protein milk has 8 grams of protein. So a lot of nutritional bang for your buck with pea protein milk, as opposed to oat milk. Now, I love oat milk. It's great, but it's really all the calories. So both oat milk and pea protein milk have 70 calories per cup. However, pea protein milk it has the most has a lot more protein. That a lot of those calories come from protein. 12, in fact, 8 grams of those calories come from protein, as opposed to like oat milk that, while great, it really has less than like a gram of protein. So pea protein milk does give you the most nutritional bang for your buck. Okay, so then you add your protein. Okay, you add your protein, your liquid in there. And now, okay, so if you have a child with
Did you want to put ice?
I want to see how it goes
Okay.
without the ice, and then we'll go from there. If you have hearing sensitivities or sensory sensitivities, I am about to turn on the Vitamix. So if you want to lower it or use your noise canceling headphones, but in 3, 2, 1, I'm going to turn on the Vitamix to process this. Looks like, sorry, I'm gonna lick this because I'm gonna be the only one. Oh my goodness, this is so good. I know the color is kind of purplish.
Hey, we might want some too.
Oh, sorry. I washed my hands though. I washed my hands. All right. So, this wasn't as green as I thought it was going to be. It's more like a little purplish color, but this is where taking your child's preferences into account. Like, for example, if you think, oh my gosh, there's no way that my child is going to eat something that's that color, you can modify your ingredients, like add more greens or add less add more blueberries or add more carrots, or basically you can modify your ingredients to get it to a color that you think is going to be more pleasing for your child.
Dragon fruit.
Oh, dragon fruit. Nurse Becca is a huge fan of dragon fruit because it gives it the smoothie this sort of like purple, almost like potion, fun color. So kids really like it. When she's done her wellness program with our kids, they really like the dragon fruit smoothie because it's just a fun color. So the other thing is, Josh has, what she'll do is she'll put it in a tumbler that's opaque. Okay, so that they can't see the color that it is. So that's another way that you can kind of hide it if the color ends up being a color that you think, oh, you know what, there's no way that my kid is going to eat something that is that color. So that's the other thing. And then, but yeah, so that's what you can do. So play around with the ingredients until you find a color that is going to be pleasing for your child. Put it in something opaque so that they don't see the color.
We also use fun colored boba straws to drink it as well, and it changes
make
the
it fun.
colors because it comes up
yeah.
through like translucent purples and pinks and greens.
Right.
So they don't see it.
Yeah. Right. So those are the different things. Play around with different fruits, cover it up, and or you can give a nice little story with it, right? You can tell your child, ooh, this is swamp goo. Now, some kids like that, some kids don't. Like some, so your child, but if you think that your child is gonna be like, oh my God, you know, I really want to eat this swamp goo, then go for it. You know, absolutely go for it. But okay, so you like it?
Here, Josh.
Let's
Give
see.
it a try.
Oh goodness. My face will tell you before my words.
Oh.
Oh
Nope.
my gosh. Freeze that. That would be like a good pudding custard kind of consistency like that.
Right.
With some granola on it. That would be amazing.
So yeah, sorry, I forgot to get something.
Yeah, it's more like a
I'll tell you what.
than a smoothie.
Since I've started here and I've tried Dr. Adame's new things that she's made that are more on the healthier version, I've been amazed by every bit of it.
So I actually set out to make it thicker because I wanted to make a smoothie bowl more than a drinkable smoothie. Okay? And what you can do with a smoothie bowl, okay, so like let's say you put your smoothie like that, then what you can do is you can have different toppings. Some blackberries, some fruit, any type of fruit, some strawberries. You can add some more seeds, like some chia seeds.
Blueberries on there,
You
too.
can put some blueberries, or you
Whipped
can,
cream?
whipped cream would be good. The other is granola. Okay, this granola I got from Shining Waters Farm. Shining Waters Farm, they're a vendor over at the Color Farmers Market. They're literally like, we're on 18th Road. Shining Waters Farm is on 18B Road. So you can grab basically some granola, and if you want like something sweet, basically you can top it with granola like this and some fruit. And then you eat it like this.
I saw also another fun thing that some parents were doing when they were introducing smoothie bowls and stuff like that for their kids that, it was a new thing. They would take their favorite cereal and use it as a little bit of a topping just to get something
Get
else
them-
nutrient,
yeah,
and
something
then
familiar.
started slowly weaning that out. But that was another one.
Oh my God, this is so good. So I know the color is not like, for some kids might not be very appealing.
It's
The
more
pl-
purple in person
yeah.
than it is on
Yeah.
camera.
Yeah, it is a little more purple, but yeah, you can either give them a story to go along with it, like, ooh, yes, this is, witch's brew or whatever, or this is swamp goo or anything
the
like
Grinch
that.
bowl for
the
Christmas.
Grinch bowl, yeah. So if you add more greens, you can definitely do that. Or play around with the ingredients. Dragon fruit. Nurse Becca loves dragon fruit because it gives it a nice color. Or put it in something opaque. But oh my goodness, it is like, I am not actually normally a smoothie person, but this with a granola is so good. So and if you add more spinach to it, first of all, more nutritional density, but at the same time, it'll make it greener, and that might be a little bit of a more appealing color. But any questions?
What are
Any questions?
I would ask them if everybody's watching. What are some of everybody else's favorite flavors and fruits they'd like to add in?
Ooh, yeah.
Let's see them what they are.
Share with us what you like to put in your smoothie.
That
Absolutely.
might also help some other parents who are kind of struggling with how to build it.
Right, especially if you have a child with sensory sensitivities who prefers a routine, who doesn't want to try new foods because of premeal anxiety or oral motor dysfunction or anything like that. Playing around with the different ingredients until you find the texture and the color and the taste that's appealing for them is important. And that's what's so great about the Smoothie Builder, is that you really can try different things. But this whole thing has about 50 grams of protein, plus all the fiber, plus all the magnesium, plus all the omegas, lots of nutritional density. Yeah, lots of nutritional density in here. And so...
Ooh, Sharon says they're going to give it a try.
all right, Sharon.
And Kaylee
Go for
says,
it.
thanks for sharing the variety of ways that we can use smoothies.
Oh my gosh.
Can you also freeze those on like a popsicle builder and eat them like a popsicle as well?
You can do, well, yes, absolutely. There's so much versatility. So like, if you wanted this to be more of a smoothie, then you add more pea protein milk. right? Or you can, or if you wanted it more like almost like an ice cream type of consistency, you can add.
Kylie, has comment.
Yeah.
I was just going to ask about Madison if she's tried any smoothies, because we made one at the workshop.
Kaylee says today we use spinach, carrots, raspberries, strawberries, bananas, hemp, ginger, cinnamon, maple syrup, and ripple and cashews.
Awesome.
Yum.
Yeah. And cashews are also great because they also, same thing. A lot of nutritional density, magnesium, fiber, protein. Like I said, I like peanut butter, but if you want to use cashews, if you want to use pistachios, if you want to use almonds, those are all good. So one thing about when you use nuts in your smoothie as a smoothie builder, make sure that you get your nuts not from the snack aisle, because nuts from the snack aisle are just laden with extra ingredients like sodium, like added sugars, like all these ingredients that are not natural. But if you get your nuts from either the bulk aisle or the produce aisle, then they're going to be more natural. They're just going to be like bare pistachios, bare roasted almonds, and you have a little bit more control, and they're a little healthier than the nuts that you find, the mixed nuts and those type of things that you find in the snack aisle. So just make sure that you're not all nuts are created equal, and so that you're getting your nuts from either produce aisle or the bulk aisle.
She says Maddie's made several smoothies since camp, and I'm so impressed with what she's put in there now.
Yeah. Well, hey, high five high five, Maddie. Yeah, awesome. Good. That's great. Any other questions that anybody has about making a smoothie, about making a little smoothie bowl, or about getting, and then the other thing that I forgot to say, get the kids involved.
Yes,
get the kids involved. Have them decide what you want to put in there. So, give them the choices, right? It's not like, okay, we're going to put chocolate chips in there, right? But tell them like, okay, of these seeds, what seeds do you want to put in there? Of these nuts, what kind of do you want to put in there? Do you want, of these fruits? So give them the options, but get them involved. And get them involved in in the decision process, in the preparation process, in the presentation and everything. And when kids are involved, they really are more likely to try any type of food.
Okay, I got a confession. I put chocolate chips in mine.
That's okay. No judgment.
Yeah, we did for camp to make the kids happy.
Well, you know
Just
what?
a couple.
Of course, yeah. And here I put maple syrup in here, and I put a lot of peanut butter too. So it's really about. And sometimes you do. You just if you want to get kids to have all this, have this nutritional density. Yeah, if they're more likely to have it, if you put some chocolate chips on top, well, like the granola, right? The granola is very sweet. That she does use, she does use sugar, but it's all natural and homemade, so it's okay, right? So.
What are your thoughts with putting like prune base in there to help with digestive issues as well if you're having situations?
Prunes are good, but you have to be very careful with prunes because it's very easy to overshoot. And I remember with my daughter, and my children, they're probably saying like, Mom, don't talk about my, poop situation when I was little. But yeah, so like, I got smoothie all over myself. So like if you use prunes or prune juice, it's very easy to overshoot. So start, for example, with just one prune if you're going to use a prune, or just like an ounce of prune juice, and you can titrate from there, because if you start off with 8 ounces of prune juice, you might be paying for it, and with the amount of stool that comes out of your child, So yeah, so prunes and prune juice are a very strong laxative. So, and it's natural. It is a natural laxative, but it can be very discomforting if we overshoot. So but just start off with 1 ounce or just one prune or half a prune until you have a better idea of how your child responds to it.
Can you briefly summarize the fiber?
Right. So
some people tend to, anyways, with my workshops, people believe that fiber equals diarrhea.
Right.
More fiber, more diarrhea.
Right. No. So actually, fiber does a lot of amazing things. Okay. And the way that we are going to combat disease in America is not by adding is by adding more fiber to our plates. So fiber bulks up our poops. Okay, it bulks up our stool and it makes it easier to pass, but it makes it more solid. It actually does not make it into diarrhea. Yeah, it fights constipation. The other reason why fiber is so important, especially when it comes to like children's health, and especially neurodivergent children that have ADHD or autism, pandas, any type of neurodivergence, fiber feeds our gut microbiome, which are those bacteria that we have in our intestines. And these are good bacteria. We want to keep them happy. And the way we keep them happy is by feeding them fiber. Because if we don't feed them fiber, then what they do is, because fiber is their food source. So if we don't give them their food source, which is fiber, then they start munching on our intestinal lining. And so then that's what causes increased gut permeability, leaky gut, and all those toxins that are supposed to stay in our intestine start to leak out and cause inflammation throughout our body, especially in the brain, which is a very vulnerable organ, particularly in neurodivergent children. So it's very important that we keep those little intestinal bugs happy by feeding them fiber. And what had fiber here in the things that we ate? The fruit, so the cutie, the blueberries, the chia seeds and the flax seeds, all that had fiber. The spinach, the carrots, pretty much anything that comes from a plant, for the most part, has fiber in it. And fiber is very, very important. Just as important as protein.
What about electrolytes? What's a good...
So electrolytes, we will get the electrolytes we need by doing two things. First of all, eating a variety of foods, but also just making sure that we're well hydrated, and that is enough to keep electrolyte balance. But for example, the spinach has potassium. The spinach has potassium in it, which is a very important electrolyte that helps us with functioning of our heart, functioning of our brain, functioning of our muscles. So as long as we're eating a variety of foods and keeping well hydrated, we're going to have a good balance of our electrolytes. So any other questions? It's good.
What are some other greens other than spinach that you would recommend?
So I would stick to just spinach or kale. Those have the most neutral flavors. Others, like chard, for example, arugula, they're great on salads.
Cucumber.
Cucumber's actually good too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So let me rephrase. Green and leafies, I would just stick to spinach and kale because they are the most neutrally flavored. Chard, bok choy, arugula, they're good. They're great on salads and stuff, but they do have a very strong and very bitter taste. And I think kids are gonna sniff them out a mile away, and you're gonna end up with a pretty with maybe like a bitter aftertaste or a bitter taste to your smoothie. So I would just, for green and leafies, I really would just stick to kale or spinach. Any variety of kale or spinach is good. A lot of the vendors at the farmers market have kale during the summer, but like right now during winter, Hole in the Woods Farm is about the only option at the Culver Farmers Market that has spinach. So I get spinach from them every week.
What about avocado?
So yeah, good question. So with the other veggies, like we use carrots, but you can use cucumber, you can use zucchini. Those are pretty neutral flavors also, and so it's a very easy way to add more nutritional value, including fiber, without really altering the flavor profile of your smoothie. So avocado. Avocado's great. It adds good fat, it adds fiber, it adds omegas, it adds protein. It's great. This is my bias. I love avocado so much. To me, the best way to enjoy an avocado is just like slice it up and just scoop it and mash it on toast or eat it. So I feel like the flavor of the avocado is lost in a smoothie. So some people that don't like avocado, or don't like the taste of it, they'll put it in a smoothie. But for me, I feel like, well, no, if I'm going to enjoy an avocado, I'm going to enjoy it on toast or in a taco or actually like get to enjoy it. So it's all a personal preference. But yes, you can add avocado because it makes it smoother and it adds a lot of nutritional density.
Awesome.
Yeah. Any other questions?
What would you say would be the highest vitamin C, since we're going into the winter months?
Yeah.
What would you say would be a good vitamin C to add for those sniffly noses and everything that are
Right.
coming down the right?
Right. Yeah. So berries are great. Yeah, berries are a great source of vitamin C. Berries are a great source of antioxidants. Berries are a great source of immune boosting ingredients, including, fiber, vitamin C, antioxidants, zinc. So berries are great. The other is oranges.
Mango.
Yeah, oranges are great. Mango is also great. Mango is kind of hit or miss. But if you go to like the Mexican stores, they tend to have better mangoes than the than the big box stores. But mango, oh my goodness. And mango is also one of those things that, man, I love mango so much, I'd rather just eat it by itself because it's so good.
Haley's asking flaxseed.
Yeah, with the heat, yeah.
Haley's asking flaxseed. You mentioned whole flaxseed.
Yeah.
Does ground decrease the nutritional item?
So, great question. So, I recommend buying flaxseed whole, but then serving it ground. And so,
this is ground.
Yeah, this one's ground, and that one is whole. So this is, and the main reason why you want your flaxseed, here it is, and this is what, so you want to buy your flaxseed whole, but then grind it as you use it. And the reason for that is you will lose the nutritional value in the omegas, okay, for the flaxseed, because it's omegas are a fat, and it is a bit of an unstable fat. And so if you buy your flaxseed already ground, you'll still have the protein, you'll still have the fiber, you'll still have the magnesium, but you will lose the potency of the omegas. And the omegas are so important for brain health, for cognitive health, for preventing dementia, for kids that are neurodivergent, autism, ADHD, PANS, PANDAS. Omegas are great for protecting the brain long term and improving cognitive health, but the best thing is to buy them whole and then grind them as you go, because that way you don't lose the potency of the omegas. Now I do still keep some. I got these at Aldi's, and I do sometimes keep some ground flaxseed, because sometimes I just like, okay, I don't want to go through the, to grind it or whatever. I just want to make some, it's a nice, like to make a vegan egg substitute. Flaxseed you just make some water and let it sit, and it gives you that sort of slimy texture of an egg. So you can use that in baking. So yes, in that regard, but I'm not that worried about nutrition, then yes, I'll just use the ground flaxseed. So I do buy some and keep some ground flaxseed also. But if you are going to make a smoothie, you're going to put it in the grinder anyway. You're going to put it in the blender. I recommend, buy whole, serve ground for those omegas. All right. Anything else, guys?
It's great to see how you built the protein panel versus just adding in like regular scooped protein powder.
Oh, yes. Right. So we are big fans of getting our nutrition from foods and not from chemicals. So and while there's nothing wrong, and actually protein powder is listed as one of the as an ingredient from the Smoothie Builder, and it's okay, but my personal preference, again, this is just my own personal preference, is to get your protein from whole, intact, natural foods, and not from like powders or anything like that. Yeah. Okay. Anything else, guys?
Why don't you suggest that everybody post their smoothie recipe on the discussion board here, so we can share and see the different flavor profiles?
So absolutely. So if you made a smoothie along with us, why don't you share your pictures, your little projects, and share them in the discussion of this event page. And we'll be doing this again. We're hoping every couple weeks, once a month or so. So please follow our socials at Culver Peds on Instagram, at Culver Peds on Facebook. Obviously, this is where you're following us. Sign up for our newsletter on our website. One other thing, we are going to be hosting retreats on parental wellness in 2025. So visit our website, www.culverpediatrics.com, and go to the Mind, Body, Spirit events page. Lots of events that might be applicable to you, that you might find some valuable information. We're gonna have high protein, high fiber meals. We're going going to do mindfulness activities. We're going to have discussions like healing from medical trauma, on discipline, lots of useful information. And if you already have a pediatrician that you love, but you want to learn more about nutrition, Nurse Becca has an amazing nurse-led wellness program. So same thing, visit our website, go to services under, that's right there. And she can help guide your family onto a journey of transformational, holistic, nutrition-based wellness. So,
Thanks,
anything
Josh.
else? And Josh?
I'm camera shy.
Oh, anything else? Any other questions before we sign off?
Thanks for drinking.
I do have a question for Maddie.
Uh-huh.
Maddie, with your smoothies, what is one of your favorite smoothies? Like the color? I guess what's a cool color that you made with your smoothies? If she's still, or is she still, or
There's
Josh?
there's four of them. I can't see who's. It's not showing me who's watching. There's four people left.
No? Okay. Well, that's okay.
Not, tell her to post them right down there
Yeah.
in the discussion.
Post post your smoothies in the discussion. And
Pink, she says pink.
pink. Yeah.
Strawberry banana. There's
This
some
one's looking
dragon
more
fruit pink.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Awesome.
Cool.
Oh, that's why we have lots of raspberries and strawberries, she says.
Oh, for the pink. Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah.
Barbie smoothie. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right.
Thanks, guys, for
Great.
joining.
Thank you. Thanks for joining.
Bye. Have a great night. Merry
Bye,
Christmas.
guys.
All right.